Ramesses III reigned over Egypt during the 20th dynasty in the 12th century BCE. The plot to assassinate Ramesses III involved a conspiracy within his harem, including some of his wives and court officials. The conspirators had various motives, including securing the throne for their sons and controlling the kingdom's wealth and power. After the assassination attempt, a trial was held to investigate and convict the conspirators. The trial's records provide invaluable insights into the conspiracy. This document, found in the ancient Egyptian city of Turin, contains detailed accounts of the trial and the conspiracy. Despite the attempt on his life, Ramesses III initially survived the attack but succumbed to his injuries. Egyptian magic and curses were believed to play a role in the conspiracy, as many involved in the plot turned to magical rituals for success.
The Battle of Kadesh took place in 1274 BC, during the 19th dynasty of Egypt, near the city of Kadesh. Ramses II sought to regain control of the Egyptian Empire's northern territories, which had been lost to the Hittites. Muwatalli II, the Hittite king, commanded the opposing forces and aimed to defend Hittite-controlled Kadesh. The battle initially favored the Hittites, who pushed back the Egyptian forces, causing chaos in the Egyptian ranks. In the midst of adversity, Ramses II personally led a counterattack, turning the tide of battle. The ultimate result of the Battle of Kadesh remains a subject of debate among historians. While Ramses II claimed victory, it is likely the battle ended inconclusively. After years of conflict, Ramses II and the Hittites signed the earliest recorded peace treaty, the Treaty of Kadesh.
The Ogdoad is a group of 8 primordial deities in Egyptian mythology, representing the fundamental elements of creation. The Ogdoad consists of 4 pairs of deities, each associated with opposing and complementary concepts, such as chaos and order. Nu and Naunet represent the primordial waters and are often depicted as a vast infinite ocean. Huh and Hauhet symbolize eternity, limitless space, and the infinite. Kuk and Kauket personify the primordial darkness, often associated with obscurity and hidden forces. Amun and Amaunet stand for the hidden or concealed aspect of the divine and the potential for creation. The Ogdoad is sometimes depicted as a cosmic egg from which all life emerged, with the 4 pairs of deities symbolizing different stages of creation. The Ogdoad's concepts influenced various aspects of Egyptian religion, including cosmology and the creation myths.
The Fayum mummy portraits, dating back to the 1st to the 3rd century AD, uniquely combined Egyptian mummification with Greco-Roman portrait painting during the Roman period in Egypt. They are known as Fayum portraits because they were found in the Fayum Basin, an area in Egypt. These portraits were painted on wooden panels and placed over the mummies of the deceased. The purpose of these portraits was to depict the deceased's likeness and provide a recognizable face for the afterlife. The portraits exhibit a fusion of Egyptian and Roman artistic styles reflecting the cultural diversity of the time. The Fayum portraits have different styles, ranging from the very realistic to more idealized representations, giving us a glimpse into the artistic preferences of the time. Many of the Fayum portraits depict individuals of different ages, from children to the elderly.
Constructed during Pharaoh Khufu's reign, the Great Pyramid of Giza is a monumental marvel in ancient Egypt. Standing as the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years, this colossal pyramid is aligned with remarkable precision to the cardinal points. Built primarily from limestone blocks, it originally reached 146.6 meters in height, with an outer casing of polished Tura limestone. The construction employed a substantial labor force, including skilled workers and potentially temporary laborers during the agricultural off-season. Estimates propose around 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, were used in its creation. While the exact construction methods remain debated, theories suggest sledges, ramps, and levers played roles.
Ancient Egypt is known for its contributions to the field of medicine, with some of the earliest recorded medical texts dating back to around 2600 BCE. Egyptian medicine was holistic, emphasizing a balance between the body and spirit. Many Egyptian physicians were also priests, as religion played a significant role in their medical practices. Egyptian surgeons were skilled in various surgical procedures, such as trepanation and amputations. The Ebers Papyrus and the Edwin Smith Papyrus are two well-known medical texts from ancient Egypt. The Ebers Papyrus, for instance, contains information on various ailments and their treatments. Ancient Egyptian medicine had specialized doctors, including dentists, ophthalmologists, and veterinarians. Magic and religious rituals were integrated into medical treatments using charms and spells to invoke deities for healing. Ancient Egyptians had an accurate understanding of human anatomy, thanks to their mummification practices.
The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799, is an ancient Egyptian artifact that played a pivotal role in deciphering hieroglyphs, the complex writing system of ancient Egypt. The stone features a decree issued in 196 BC during the reign of King Ptolemy V in three scripts: hieroglyphs, Demotic, and Greek. The breakthrough in deciphering hieroglyphs came from French scholar Jean-François Champollion in 1822, who used the Greek text to crack the code. This allowed scholars to read ancient Egyptian texts for the first time in centuries. The stone was discovered in the town of Rosetta in the Nile Delta, which is how it got its name. The Rosetta Stone contains a decree by Egyptian priests praising Ptolemy V, with identical texts in three scripts, enabling the understanding of ancient Egyptian inscriptions and texts.
Senusret III, ruling from around 1878 to 1839 BCE, was a renowned pharaoh of ancient Egypt, celebrated for military prowess and strategic campaigns. His successful military endeavors into Nubia secured Egypt's control over vital trade routes and resources in the region. Implementing a comprehensive fortification program, Senusret III constructed forts along the Nile to safeguard Egypt from external threats. He prioritized controlling access to the Nile through military outposts and influence over river territories. Senusret III, recognizing agriculture's significance, initiated irrigation projects, improving water distribution. His influence extended to worship in Semna, with inscriptions near Sahel Island documenting canal construction. He erected temples in Abydos and Medamud, with a notable court including Viziers Nebet and Khnumhotep. Imseti, Duamutef, Hapi, and Kebesenuef, often referred to as the four sons of Horus, were ancient Egyptian deities associated with the mummification process and protection of the deceased. Imseti, depicted with a human head, was linked to the liver and protected the deceased's body. Duamutef had a jackal head and safeguarded the stomach of the mummy. Hapi, portrayed with the head of a baboon, was connected to the lungs and offered protection. Kebesenuef, often shown with the head of a falcon, guarded the intestines. The four sons of Horus were associated with the cardinal points: Imseti with the south, Duamutef with the east, Hapi with the north, and Kebesenuef with the west. The four sons of Horus were often depicted atop canopic jars, which housed the preserved organs of the deceased during the mummification process. Nefertiti was the influential queen of Egypt during the 14th century BCE, holding prestigious titles like Great Royal Wife. Her legacy is intricately tied to the Amarna period, marked by a religious revolution led by her husband, Pharaoh Akhenaten. Together, they shifted Egypt's pantheon to focus on the sun god Aten, introducing a form of monotheism. Nefertiti's iconic bust, discovered in 1912, showcases her timeless beauty and influence, while her role in religious ceremonies and state affairs underscores her significance. Her disappearance from historical records after Akhenaten's reign and the enigma surrounding her later years contribute to her enduring allure